So I've been documenting my financial journey towards $1 million with my sister, and we update every step, every setback, and every win. But today's update isn't going to be normal, and it's probably going to be my biggest setback. One of the most common questions I get is, why $1 million? And why is that number so important to you? If you have watched any one of our interviews, my usual answer is to be able to do whatever I want, whenever I want. But I never really get a chance to talk about what is whatever I want, because that would be the foundation on why I do anything and everything. Why I work, why I save, why I learn, why I invest. And the purpose used to be pretty crystal clear: to save up enough money to buy a house, to create a home, and to start a family. See, I want to be able to choose where I want to live, how I want to live, and that requires freedom. I wanted to have the choice that if I wanted kids, I would be able to spend as much time as I can with them. And to do that, we need money, like maybe $1 million. This journey to $1 million, although it started as a challenge and something fun, evolved into something that had more meaning to it. It was about building a home. It was about building the future. But that future is gone now. I just ended the longest relationship of my life. And if you've noticed, it's mostly been my sister on the channel lately. I needed time to grieve, to sit in the discomfort, and to question everything. And that made me want to quit this $1 million journey, because what's the point of making $1 million if there's no one to spend it with? And that kind of started to spiral me downwards. I just went out to spend a lot of money. So I bought myself a new camera, which I'm filming on right now. Bought a new Mac Mini. Went out for fancy dinners and fancy drinks. And for the first time in years, I could spend on myself and feel completely guilt-free. I also tried to reinvent myself overnight. I deleted all the couple budget templates that we have and created new ones for myself, like solo traveling fun and exploration fun. But I didn't really need to do that at this stage. Then later, a friend asked me something that hit pretty hard. He said, if money wasn't a problem, what would heal you right now? Not make you happy, but heal you. And that question cracked something open in me, because I knew that no matter how shiny the new things are, those things don't help you heal. And so I stopped, took a pause, and reflected on the things that people have told me. And that's when I think I kind of made a breakthrough, because healing didn't come from purchases, it came from people. I lost someone dear to me. I lost a person. Tiny messages, silent support, one person at a time. And if I'm just going to try to be a little bit poetic, like the stars in the dark sky, I eventually could see myself building towards a new future. Because while money can buy you temporary happiness, it doesn't buy you fulfillment. And money most certainly cannot fix a relationship. Otherwise, I wouldn't be in this situation here talking to you guys. And so circling all the way back here, I guess the question right now is, what's the purpose for the $1 million right now? It's about earning the flexibility to say yes to the things that matter, to show up for the people I care about, to pursue my passions and take care of my parents. And the last one is to be able to invest in causes that I personally believe in. So where do I go from here? How do I deal with money after love? And so the first thing is an emergency fund, complete recalibration. Now that there is no partner, that also means that if I go down, there is no one else to cover for me. So my emergency fund has to go up. Unfortunately, right now it's only 2 months worth of expenses, and so I might have to increase that maybe up to 6 to 8 months instead. And second is to revisit my risk tolerance, because when I was saving up for a house, I needed the cash on hand to down pay for the house. But now that I don't need the cash on hand, I'm probably going to shift about 30% of my cash as soon as I can into some sort of assets. It could be gold, it could be stocks, it could be ETFs, or maybe some Singapore REITs to collect the sweet dividends as well. We shall see. And third is to completely re-evaluate housing. Under Singapore law, I cannot buy a HDB as a single until I'm 35. So I guess I'll be staying with my parents for a while more. But I guess I could start to redesign my room and see what I like about the place. Because right now, splurging for a 1-bedroom condominium might not be the most financially savvy choice. And the fourth thing for me is to create a future self fund. So this is going to be a new fund that I'm allocating for personal growth. So things like courses or traveling or expenses that I will need to be able to learn and grow and experience new things in life. And the fifth It's going to be a complete recalibration of my entire budgeting system, but the bigger change is more psychological. Because when I was budgeting as part of a couple, there is this inbuilt accountability system inside, because I know that if I were to overspend, then my partner might have to pick up the slack if we are pushing our budget to buy a home as well. But now I can decide how to allocate my money completely freely, but it also means that I need to be disciplined. There's no one to check on my impulses or encourage me when things get hard. If you're still here and watching, thank you very much, because making this video helps me process what's going on. It is my outlet. It is a way that I can better cope with things as well. When I create these videos, it also feels like I'm not alone in this. So if you're going through something similar, having to completely restart your life and your plans because of a major life change, know that you're not alone and that we'll be doing this together. I think next week or so, I'm going to be creating a video on how I'm redoing my budget as someone newly single. Feel free to tag along, join me in it, and we can see how things work out together. So cheers guys, I'm still going to be on a journey to $1 million, but hopefully with a new sense of purpose, I will be able to get there faster and stronger as well. Hope to catch you guys in the next one.